Alright guys, so in this vlog, welcome back by the way, and in this vlog we're going to do something a little bit different. I know a lot of you guys are going to be stuck at home and stuff like that, and I don't know that I've ever actually done a farm tour. I know you guys have seen around the farm, seen parts of the farm in each vlog and stuff like that, but we've never really done a farm tour. So adults, I think I'm going to put a worksheet on there for your kids to fill out if you want them to do something that's not math or anything like that for school, that's still educational. They can fill out the quiz, whatever, I'll give you the answers and go from there. But we're going to go ahead and get you guys a tour of the farm. And we are going to start here in the barn where we are. So this barn is 20 by 20 and it was built, I think we built it in 2015. We built it with tin that came off of a church, off the roof, so hand-me-down tin. And actually some of the boards in here, like you see up there, those are, that's actually out of an old building that was torn down in Jonesburg. So we have a lot of old repurposed wood in here, which is really cool. This fence here is old repurposed wood, which is really cool. So normally we're not storing straw down here, but we're about to use this straw in a day or two, so I didn't want to put it up in the loft because we just got it. And it would have been pointless to put up in the loft. We always store a hay bale right here if we need to feed hay out in the winter time. It is coming to spring, so we're just about out of that time, but, and yes, the barn, obviously this area over here, guys, this is for goats. Right now we have 4 breeding goats on the farm, and we have the 2 babies we have right now. We have Tank, whose name is actually Colton, and then we have Carl. These guys are spoken for. They're actually leaving the farm whenever they're actually able to leave the farm with the mess that's going on right now. We have 4 birthing pens in here, and actually this birthing pen over here can turn into a quarantine pen. There's actually a pen outside for that. That's fenced in, got grass and everything like that. So we also have a hay loft above us that can hold probably close to, I'd say, 80 bales of hay and straw if needed. We normally pack about 45 bales of hay up there and about 10 bales of straw, and we still have plenty of room. It could probably honestly hold close to 100. 100 would probably be a better number than the 80. So, also with this barn, guys, it is our storage for tools right now. We don't have another shed or anything built for that at the moment. And if you guys look behind you, you'll see our feeding area. We have all our feed here. We have our goat feed, our chick feed, our corn, and our layer crumble, which we mix our layer crumble and our corn in these mineral tubs. This was actually Danny's bright idea to do. And this is how we mix our feed right now. We feed about 75 pounds of chicken feed a day to the hens. And weight-wise, I'm not quite positive on the chicks. They get 3 scoops, probably about 10 to 15 pounds, I'd say. So speaking of chicks, let's head on over to the chick house. So we'll catch you over there in a sec. Alright guys, so this is the chick house. This actually was the original hen house that we built on this property. It is 15 by 12. It can hold about 140 full-grown hens. Right now we have approximately 112 Rhode Island Red Pullets in here. They are somewhere between 3 months to 3 to 4 months old. And they'll be laying come into May time. We've gone back to what we started with, Barred Rocks and Rhode Island Reds. We've been trying to go to different breeds to see if they produce more, produce better, but they were burning out too quick. So we're back to our Rhode Island Reds and our Barred Rocks at our roots. They eat a little more, but they lay for 2 to 3 years, and we keep our birds for about 2 years before we rotate them out. Like I said, there's about 112 in here, guys, about 3 to 4 months old. We start on the normal feeders. We have a brooder we put in here. We don't have it right now. And we have those heat lamps for the brooder. And then we move to trough style feeders with waterers and everything like that, guys. So we will head over to the hen house. And so we'll catch you guys over at the hen house. Alright guys, so we're over at the hen house. Our hen house is 12 by 44, 12 feet by 44 feet. We have big windows on the sides of this to get good airflow through, so we actually don't have to have an exhaust fan in here, which is amazing and awesome. The windows weren't open today because of the temperature. We tried to get them sunlight and good air, but today the windows weren't open. excuse our yard. It's rained so much that the hen yard is just, it's atrocious. It is what it is. The birds still want to be outside. We've had them locked up. They get aggressive. They want to go back outside. They calm back down after that. This house can hold about 350 birds, guys. So we don't even have to move any birds out of here to put those Rhode Island Reds in here, which is pretty awesome. Right now we have about, I'd say 240 birds in here. That includes the ducks, the barred rocks. We have a couple Easter eggers in here, and then golden sex links, which yet again, that was one of the breeds we were trying, and it just did not work out the greatest. So let's take a step inside the hen house here, guys, and I'll talk you through some stuff. Alright guys, so we put down some fresh wood chips today because the hens are just making a mess in here. We like to put the wood chips down before we put more straw down, just to soak up some extra water. And with how moist it's been lately with the rain and everything, we try to keep the extra water soaked up. Yes, it does mean we have to clean out waters more often, but it is what it is. So in our hen house, guys, we feed in troughs. And we feed twice a day. We feed about 75 pounds in a day. Which averages out to what, 37.5 pounds. So that's how much feed we feed at each feeding, is 37.5 pounds. We have a big trough right down the middle here. We have roosts. We do need to rebuild some of these roosts, make them bigger, make them better before we move the other birds over. And we also need to add a section before then too. But that's what we have right now, and it works. If you guys come this way, I'll show you guys the nesting boxes. So guys, in here we have 34 nesting boxes, and even though we have 34 nesting boxes, they still pack into the same stinking nesting box because they only use about half of them because chickens are not brilliant. But we have 34 nesting boxes. On an average right now, our average was a little low last month. We got about 70 eggs a day. On a good laying with these birds, we average around 120 to 130 eggs a day, which comes out to a little over 10 dozen eggs a day. But, so size-wise on this hen house, guys, USDA recommends 1.5 square feet per bird. And our average, I think, is a little bit over that. If I remember right, I'd have to do the math to remember, but I think our average is a little bit over that. As you can see, guys, we have happy, healthy birds in here. Yes, they're missing feathers. But production birds missing feathers, if they're not missing feathers in this situation, is a little rare, honestly, because birds pick on each other. It's called the pecking order for a reason. Alright guys, on these birds, some things to note about knowing they're a good layer is her comb is not solid red, okay? See how her comb is faded? That means all her pigment's going into her eggs. And let's look at her legs here. Even though they're dirty, you can see how faded they are, can't you? And they're not solid yellow, okay? See how faded those legs are? They're more white than they are yellow. That's a good sign of a good laying bird, okay? Those are easy signs that you can just see without having to go into other parts of laying birds that gets complicated. And I only know it because I judged laying birds my freshman year of high school. So, but yes, she's missing feathers and stuff like that. Good laying bird's gonna miss some feathers. They're not focusing on growing back feathers, okay? They're focusing on putting their production into their eggs. The pecking order is a real thing. There's a reason your parents say a pecking order if you ever hear them say that. And it's because hens, it is a pecking order. They'll peck each other to establish the order of dominance. So, if you want to, I guess we'll head up to the front pasture and we'll show you guys Notorious, and we'll go from there. So we'll catch you guys at the front pasture.
Come here, fluffy marshmallow.
Alright guys, I apologize for any wind noise. We're up here on our front pasture where we house Notorious. We were working on getting him a mate, a friend to keep up here, and then, well, we all know what hit the last couple weeks. We're not going to talk about that. So Notorious is 2 years old. Notorious is 2 years old. It's our second breeding season with him here for us. And he is a good breeder. He's normally nice and gentle. He gets a little rowdy when he doesn't have friends, but the girls have been up on this big pasture, so they've been next to him, and he's been calming down since then. He has his nice little house over there. It protects him from pretty much everything. If you ever guys need to build a little house like that, I think it cost me maybe 150 bucks. Ask me and I'll give you some plans on that. But yeah guys, this is Notorious. He's a little muddy right now. It's been raining like crazy, so everything's muddy. And yeah, so we'll go talk about the ducks real quick, guys, and I think that'll wrap it up. So we'll catch you over at the ducks.
What, sweetie? I know we're buddies. Hey.
This is Barn Cat, guys. She's a rescue. One of our friends runs a fireworks stand, and she was a stray up there as a kitten, and we rescued her. She's about 2 years old now. Actually about the same age as Notorious. So maybe a little bit, maybe she's 3 years old. I take that back, she's 3 years old. And she's kind of funny because she is pretty small for being a 3-year-old cat, but she's definitely a lover. She's pretty bad at her job, but we keep her around because she's a lover. So yeah guys, we came back to the barn to talk about the ducks. I know the ducks are over at the hen house. We gave you a little look there, but it's less windy in here, so we can talk about it a little bit easier. We have 11 ducks, if I remember right, and we get about a half dozen eggs a day out of our ducks. We have black runners, pekins, and we also have Welsh harlequins. The pekins lay very large eggs. They would be considered a jumbo or even bigger than a jumbo if that's an egg classification, which I don't really think there is one. But the Welsh harlequins and the black runners lay about a normal large egg. With our eggs, guys, we do actually sell to stores, and we have a license to sell to stores. But we also sell to the general public. And with the stores, we have some special stuff we have to do with them. Obviously, refrigeration is a normal, but we have to put the date that they were packaged and our dealer number and the size of the eggs and all that stuff on there. So, yeah, that's what it takes for us to sell to stores, guys. And that's about our ducks. So, yeah, guys, with our goats, we normally sell our goats. I know it's off the topic of ducks, but we're back in the barn. So, our goats, we sell our goats for show goats, but our goats are also meat goats. We have boar goats and boar crosses. Sadie and a little bit are boar crosses. Me is 100% boar, and Notorious is 100% boar. So our goats are major boar influenced, which is very good for meat goats. Normally we sell our goats for show goats to the local 4-H and FFA kids, but sometimes they go to the auction house and they become market goats, which is what it is, and I bet you they're tasty, but we've just never tried them. And I apologize about the feedlot, guys. It's so wet. We actually have laid down wood so they have their path out of there. But that is what it is. There actually is a gravel base under there. I know you'd probably be surprised looking at it. But we worry about the mud and stuff for things called hoof scald and hoof rot. They get scalded and then they go to rot after that, which we don't want. So we have medicines to put on their feet for stuff like that. But and if it goes on for a while, a fungus can grow, and it's just a mess. The hoof scald is just from rubbing together when it's so wet, but it can grow to a fungus too, which we don't want to have happen. Yeah, guys, that's it for our farm tour. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was a nice little break from the things that are going on in the news. And parents, like I said, I will make a worksheet that goes along with this, or quiz, whatever you want to call it, that you can have the kids fill out, and I'll give you the answers on that too, so that way they... it'll be on another slide with the worksheet or whatever it is, on a little Word document or something that you can go ahead and have that, and you can have your kids fill out, and it's just a good little break from normal schoolwork for them. But if you guys like the video, drop a like down below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat, all at Hummert, Goats, and Yolks. And we will catch you guys later, and take care.